Hey guys, so I just wanted to catch everybody up on what's been going on in my life lately. For those of you who follow me on social media, you've kind of seen my posting and stuff about things kind of changing and things kind of not going very well for me. Um, I haven't really been in the best frame of mind. Um, I don't know if it's the weather or if it's just the overall pressures of life or just me and my own thoughts. Um, but yeah, I know currently I work at Walmart and they're doing a bunch of remodeling and so people's hours have been cut and mine basically got like destroyed. So I'm not even on the schedule for like the whole month of April. So I've been definitely kind of depressed about that. I am so not good when I am not doing something, when I'm not working. Rather, it's, I mean, when I'm not like like out in public, like around people, um, just kind of interacting with the public and just feeling like I'm evolved in some kind of way with society. Um, I don't know. I just don't like being, you know, um, kind of shut out from society, and that's kind of how I've been feeling. And I've been struggling a lot with that. And I also I ended up, I made a decision to number one get a go ahead and get myself another caregiver um, to kind of help me out, come in and help me out in the mornings and stuff like that. For those of you who know me, my mom, she's been my caregiver for, I mean, over, maybe over 20 years, at least. I mean, growing up, I had, all kinds of people in and out of my life, helping, uh, take care of me and helping me out, stuff like that. But, things are changing. I mean, I'm going to be 33 in May. Um, I don't, my mom and I, we just started to not really get along. For lately, mostly I guess mostly just me, was kind of getting frustrated with the way that the way that she does things and she's just she's just an absolute just wonderful person, wonderful. She's always been there for me, wonderful mom, and she still is. And I felt like it was time to maybe start slowly trying to kind of minimize the amount of stuff that that she's been doing with me because well, I mean, doing for me because, she helps me get ready for the day, and just things like that. There's a lot of physical work that goes with that, with helping me in and out of the tub, getting helping me get dressed, getting my heritage in, making me breakfast, stuff like that. And we live in a split level house. So it's a two-story house. So I'm down here in the basement, and everything else is up. The main living area is upstairs. So there's a kitchen and there's all kinds of stuff up there. So down here, I don't. It's I just been feeling, I would say about within the last year, I've really just been struggling with like, I just feel like my independence is like gone way down. I feel like my quality of life overall is just really gone downhill. And I just I just feel more isolated than I ever have in my life, and I just um, I just was I'm just like not happy where I'm living right now, and I don't really have access to being able to like I have to I have to have my mom help me open the door to the garage so I could get in my chair, so I could get outside, take my dog out, that kind of, go out onto the town and stuff like that. And it's just like really frustrating not being able to do that. Not having better access to my chair so I could do that myself. Um, at least, being able to, open the door myself and go out. And I knew that if I had access to my chair, that I could do that. I could get in, and I could, uh, I could get out side on my own. But right now, where I'm living, it's just not possible. I decided. I guess I don't know if it was just I don't know. I don't know if it was I guess maybe you could call it desperate. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I decided to make a GoFundMe account or whatever you call it for myself to help uh raise money for me to have my own place, my own apartment. And that's something that's always been a dream of mine to try to, try to achieve. And, I definitely, life is expensive. Just, everything going on is just really, things are just really expensive. Everybody goes through stuff. I know that. I realize that. Um, and right now, obviously, it depends on, there's two ways to look at it. Obviously, I have a roof over my head right now. I've basically been cushioned the majority of my life, so I have, I'm, 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 I mean, I'm alive and I'm healthy and I'm, got everything I need. I just don't have just the accessibility is not good at all. And so I set up a GoFundMe and I, you know, just said, hey, I'm Matt, and I explained what I was born with and all this stuff, and what I wanted, and why I was doing this, and I that I wanted somewhere more accessible to live and more safer as well. What I meant by that is when I said safe, I meant like, because again, I have a steep driveway, very steep driveway, very, um, just difficult to get it, really difficult to get in and out. So that's what I meant by safe. But when I didn't realize when I set up the GoFundMe, I didn't realize that there was like auto generated, like AI thing that it would do. So it took what I said and it said, oh, help me, find a accessible, safe home and all of this. And I think it said safe like 3 times. And of course, my parents saw that, and they were, they didn't know that I set one up to set a GoFundMe up to begin with, and so they watched that, and they were completely, they did not take it well. They were very upset because in their minds they're like, what's the problem? Like you live here, you have, you have, you have food, you have this, you have everything you need. Like, they didn't really get it. And the last thing that I wanted to do, obviously, was, to make my parents feel betrayed or hurt or anything like that. But unfortunately, I guess it did, and I unfortunately when my parents and I talked about it, my dad and I we got into it pretty ugly, which is kind of a common thing. We don't really get along too well, never really have, but we definitely had a heated argument, and I kind of said a couple things I it didn't come out right, and he, of course, yelled and yeah, and said things that he probably didn't mean, and yeah, it was not good, and um, yeah, it's just been it's been a really hard time for me, and um, I know eventually things will come together, um, and I'll be able to kind of get back on track, and I think everything will be okay in the long run. Eventually, I think I'll be able to reach my goal of what I'm trying to do. But in the meantime, yeah, it's just rough right now, and but I got a couple people behind me on my side. I have a job coach, and I have a state case manager, and my job coach has been helping me with trying to find a new job, and uh, and my state case manager, she's been kind of great helping me, get in touch with caregiving, agency and all that. I just had a meeting today with the supervisor of the agency. So I'm going to be meeting with the guy that's going to be doing the caregiving. So I'm definitely nervous about that. I haven't had any other caregiver besides my mom. I haven't had any other caregiver um, wow, since way before I was 18, and now I'm almost 33. So, um, I mean, I don't really have a choice. I really feel like I don't have a choice at this point, because physically, I need help with certain things, with you know, just bathing and getting ready for the day and getting dressed and all that, and just the daily stuff that people do. Unfortunately for me, I'm not able to. I have limited mobility in my arms, so I'm not able to reach my head or at all or anything like that. So um, it's I never really thought that it would be uh, a struggle as time went on and the older I got, but yeah, it's a struggle. But so for those of you that have seen my GoFundMe and my page and all that things that I posted. Obviously I think there was some confusion, about like, oh, what the heck, like, what's going on? Is he okay? Did something happen? Is this all fake? Yes, I am okay, but I am trying to reach some goals. That's what I'm struggling with, is to reach some goals, and it's like I said, it's like I'm okay, but at the same time, I'm kind of not. But so yeah, so for those of you who have seen that and are like, really, really concerned and all that, I do apologize. Um, I just gotta get my head straight, and I just gotta get my life back on track, and I gotta figure out what in the world I'm doing and where I'm going, and I just yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you right now. And yeah, so thanks for watching.